Khalid bin Walid is considered the greatest general in history. Napoleon, Alexander the Great, and Julius Caesar are all famous for their military achievements, but they lost battles during their lives. Khalid bin Walid, however, is the only general in history who never lost a single battle. This isn't just recognized by Muslims, but the whole world. Even today, universities like Oxford and Harvard teach his military strategies and planning. But what made Khalid bin Walid's battles so unique? Let's break it down. The Persian Empire attack. Under the command of the Muslim Caliph, Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him, Khalid bin Walid led an army of just 18,000 Muslims against the mighty Persian Empire, which had an army of 40,000. Despite the size difference, Khalid's forces easily defeated the Persians. This victory allowed Muslims to move beyond the Arabian Peninsula and become a global power, with Kuwait falling into Muslim hands. The second battle against the Persians. When the Persian emperor learned of this defeat, he sent another 40,000 soldiers to attack Khalid. But Khalid was prepared. He had deployed spies across the region, who informed him of the enemy's movements. Khalid then led his army from Kuwait toward the city of Ubla, which is present-day Iraq. In a battle between the two forces, the Persians initially thought they were winning as the Muslims started retreating. But Khalid had a brilliant plan. As the Persian army chased them, the Muslims spread out, creating gaps in the Persian lines. At the right moment, Khalid launched a surprise attack, trapping the Persians and crushing them. This was yet another victory for Khalid bin Walid and his troops. Justice and economy. After conquering parts of Iraq, Khalid set up a new headquarters. Rather than plundering and taking things by force, he returned properties to the local people and established courts with judges. This was an unprecedented move, as it ensured justice and fairness in the conquered lands. The Muslims' economy also improved as trade and business continued, but Khalid made sure that usury, interest, was banned. To strengthen the economy, Khalid introduced a small jizya tax, a tax on non-Muslims in the region. This tax was much lighter than what the Persians had imposed, which made the local people feel that the Muslims were much better rulers. As a result, many people began to convert to Islam, and Khalid's army grew even stronger. The Persian Empire strikes back. After another defeat, the Persian emperor sent two large armies to crush Khalid's forces. But Khalid was always one step ahead. He used his knowledge of the region and sent his army across the desert, an area the Persian soldiers were not used to. They attacked one of the Persian armies, which was led by a powerful general known as Thousand Men, Hazrat. Khalid bin Walid defeated this general, and the battle raged on. The Persians tried to hold their position, but Khalid was determined to stop them from uniting. Even though his army was smaller, Khalid gave the order to attack. Eventually, the Muslims were forced to retreat, but they only fell back to a point where retreat was impossible. The Persian forces kept advancing, unaware that the Muslims were setting a trap. As the Persians surrounded the Muslims, Khalid bin Walid gave a signal, and 4,000 horsemen emerged from behind, trapping the Persian forces. The Persians were surrounded from all sides and were defeated. This was a tactic Khalid had used before in the Battle of Uhud, where he managed to turn the tide of the battle with a surprise attack. The Roman Empire joins the fight. After defeating the Persians again, the Muslims moved closer to the heart of the Persian Empire. Seeing this rapid Muslim advance, the Roman Empire and the Persian Empire decided to unite for the first time in history to fight against the Muslims. But the Muslims were moving too fast, and both empires saw that they could soon be destroyed if they didn't work together. In response, Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him, ordered the Muslims to attack both the Roman and Persian empires. This would mark the beginning of the Muslims' expansion into both empires. In the end, Khalid bin Walid's combination of military genius, justice, and economic strategies made him not just a great general, but a symbol of fairness and strength in history.